welcome to How to Play 1v1 like oKhalid. oKhalid is considered by many as one of the most efficient players and greatest shooters to play the game. His style is very unique, especially a couple of years before he developed his flicks and more recently his aerial game. When you watch oKhalid play, it's really interesting because sometimes the things he does seem so precise, you begin to question if it's even a human playing. However, it is a human playing, and clearly oKhalid has dedicated himself to practice the fundamental skills over and over again. But not only has he just practiced them, he completely understands them. And when the understanding and the mechanical ability meet, you have a very dangerous player. Now, there is a YouTuber out there called Knight Rider, and they did a brilliant video on oKhalid and how to play like oKhalid. So I'm going to try and bring in some different points, otherwise it would be the same video, but I would recommend checking that video out. Check it out, link is in the description below. And I'm going to do this a bit different. We're going to talk over it and then I'm actually going to showcase the shots and how to do them and why they work, as I feel that could help understand the development even more. So let me know in the comments if you find this style more helpful. Okay, let's talk about 50-50s. oKhalid has arguably the best 50-50 in the world, and one of the reasons for this is due to how he plays the 50-50. This is something I covered almost a year ago in my 50-50 guide, but we can go over it here because it's so important. When oKhalid has possession, he's not looking to barrel the 50-50 through the opponent, which is where people usually go wrong. Doing that can create more randomness in the 50-50. Quite the opposite. oKhalid will actually back off in a 50-50 and this creates a cushion, whereby when the opponent hits the ball into him, he gets the second touch. And it's a touch of quality in the middle of the hitbox, and then they either don't get another hit or they have a really weak hit that takes them out of the game and away from the ball's central position. The way oKhalid does this is brilliant because what he does is he hides behind the ball and he's really good at mixing his touches up. So you never know if he's going to try and advance the ball or just put his brakes on, and this gives him a huge advantage in the 50-50. He is essentially the puppet master. If he sees the opponent coming to challenge, he will often jump and turn his car so that the side of the car is behind the ball, but with a small gap. This allows a greater hitbox than being head on, and of course creates that cushion. However, he can and will use the front of the car if there is low momentum and he has put himself into a position where the opponent is directly behind the hitbox with a small run-up. You don't need to turn your car side on to win a 50, but doing so works well, as the act of turning the car sideways not only gives you a bigger hitbox, but also creates a cushion. Ooh yeah! This can also work on a mid-bouncing ball using the same principle. oKhalid will jump up behind the ball's hitbox and read the opponent's touch and get a touch of space and hit the center of the ball. However, on a 50 where he doesn't have possession, oKhalid will challenge, and he challenges often, and he usually does this with my favorite challenge, the half flip challenge. When timed correctly, this is one of the strongest defensive techniques in 1v1 in my opinion, because as they think you're leaving the play, most players naturally jab the ball forward. This creates lift. From there, oKhalid will time it and straight away be in the air and do the half flip. This then pushes the ball above the player because now they are low on the hitbox, and oKhalid will be in the middle and he gets the free possession, and it usually takes him off guard too, and it's easier to get in. In other situations, oKhalid will use side flips and speed flips on challenges where he thinks he has a read on his opponent. He will see where they are pushing it and treat it like a 50-50, getting more central than the opponent and forcing the ball with a side flip in the direction he is challenging. And that leads me into shadowing. oKhalid has impeccable shadowing. Often overlooked is his distance management, which is textbook. He seems to always be the right distance from the play, and this is no accident. He's great at reading the opponent and the momentum of the game, and will space in relation to this. He's always shadowing goal side. It's incredible to watch. Now, unlike Scrub, oKhalid will take a more classic line back on his shadow. He will either grab central or grab a boost and curve straight in. Actually, usually drifts. If he grabs the corner boost, he'll drift straight in to a goal side position. oKhalid is happy to sit directly in front of the ball, where he has these little sneaky mechanics where he can contort his car to create difficult clears for the opponent to deal with without any momentum. As the opponent speeds up, so does oKhalid. But the way he stays close to the play is by using lots of wave dashes, and I mean actually loads. This guy wave dashes so much, and the main reason for that is that it allows reactivity. If I flip, I'm going in a direction, and if I flip early, I'm going in that direction. I cannot change my mind. And if I flip early, I'm out the play. The opponent might use that space to set something up. oKhalid, on the other hand, will wave dash away from the opponent. And if they shoot, he can then flip and go for a save and get fast. If they don't, he can turn and go for a fake challenge. This leads me to oKhalid's next big strength: mind games. oKhalid is the master of doing absolutely nothing and letting you outplay yourself. He sets traps, he fakes so much. Next time you watch oKhalid, just watch. See how many times he catches you out where you think, oh, he's going to hit this, and he just won't. He's so good at that. He'll mix up these no touches and fakes to keep the opponent on the back foot because it's hard to tell where and when he's going to hit the ball. And often he will rarely touch the ball if it will remove him from a solid position, aka goal side position. oKhalid doesn't play all in. He usually gives himself an escape route. Defensively, he won't just dive and dodge if he feels under pressure. He will be extremely patient and only dodge when he feels it's absolutely necessary, because dodging, as previously mentioned, forces your hand. Possession. oKhalid controls the possession so well. He does this by constantly using fakes to create situations where the opponent has to use a lot of boost to achieve very little. oKhalid is good at reading what the opponent wants and will actively go in front of them to the boost that they want so they cannot progress the play. Once he gets possession, he is a nightmare. If you challenge, he will cushion 50 and be fine. If he feels he cannot create a play, he will drag the ball back and grab the boost on the way back. He will play into space with lateral dribbles to get the space and angle to shoot a bounce dribble power shot, which we will get into shortly. But basically, the side flip from the outside to the inside puts the shot in a position where the opponent is forced to save the ball to the same direction oKhalid's momentum is heading, meaning he can take the boost. He will then either drag the ball back, taking more boost into space and go for it again, or try to put an awkward shot on as fast as possible to force the opponent to make another save, which allows him to grab another boost. Or if you try and push out, he'll just do a half flip challenge and keep that pressure on. And if you try to chase him down as he takes the ball back, he will make you feel so pressured to challenge that your challenge is telegraphed. He will win the low 50 and he'll just take it back. He has perfected this and it's brutal to watch. Once in this situation, it's almost inevitable a goal is coming. Power shots. Well, we've got to mention this. oKhalid was known for his power shots. He does a lot more now. He uses flicks and he's been developing his 45-degree flick and ceiling shots and stuff like that. But I want to cover the power shot because it's really what he was known for. The bounce dribble power shot. I have guides on this on the free Rocket League YouTube course that I created on this channel in the blue belt. But basically you want to have the ball on a wing and have it bouncing and you want to side flip towards the center. The bounce dribble power shot is amazing because you always have a threat. You can pop, arrow shot, bounce dribble, shot on the volley. There's so much you can do on the bounce. And the whole way through you have vision. You can change your camera view and you can get loads of vision. And if you can't see the opponent, well that means they're going to be challenging from a really bad position, so you can let them smack the ball off the sidewall or use the 50 knowledge to let them hit the ball into you so it deflects into the center. Now oKhalid hits his power shots most often on the half volley whilst the ball is falling. This is because it creates what's known as a rhythm break and it offers a huge shift of speed, making it hard to read. And of course, as previously mentioned, it allows you to get the opposite boost pad. Aerials. When oKhalid goes up the wall for an aerial play, which oKhalid will do every time there's an opportunity pretty much, although he sometimes fakes and comes down after. But once he does go up for an aerial play, the majority of the time, and I mean 90%, he will jump onto the ceiling to grab the reset. This will allow him a free reset. Oftentimes he'll use this as bait. If they come for it early, he uses dodge to look for the shot or double touch. If they slowly push out, he will try and catch them off guard with the ceiling shot, and if they become frozen, he will actually come down to the ground and wave dash catch it into a flick or a double jump bump and so on and so forth. But the big one we need to talk about is efficiency. We mentioned before how efficient oKhalid is, and it's worth covering again. He wave dashes a lot. When he is committed, he will use side flips or speed flips, but rarely uses front flips, as side flips and speed flips allow you to boost through it. But one of the best things oKhalid does, quite frankly, is he doesn't show off. He does exactly what needs to be done to land a move. A lot of players will spin and waste boost. oKhalid will only spin if his nose is already facing the right direction, and spinning won't throw him out of alignment to help him get a flip reset. Otherwise, he will do no unintended spins, which helps his boost conservation. And there it is. Thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. Please, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm actually going to make this 2 parts because there's so much to take in. So this is part A, and in part B, we're going to use Ripcore to go over all the shots, and I'll explain how to do that then. I just want to let everyone know sort of the roadmap that's going on with this YouTube. So we've got a No Mechanics 1v1 series to Supersonic Legend with Raidmeister. We've also got a fundamental warm-up series coming up, a Road to Grand Champ No Mechanics 3v3 series, which we're doing right now. We're going to finish that off. How to play 2s like Ahmad or Monkey Moon, depending on which people vote for. And then we're going to do a road to 2v2 GC, maybe even SSL No Mechanics when you have a teammate. So that'll be me and Raid, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you like that, make sure you stay tuned. Thank you also to the Patreons who help support the channel by booking in coaching sessions. Do appreciate you guys and everyone for watching. Have a nice day, have a nice night, whatever. Enjoy your time. Look after yourself. Take care. Peace out. Peace.